was quite surprised. He's normally on the money with most things. I think he's off about 25 to 35% of the time, but I'm surprised, more Americans aren't aware of their own laws, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to watch some stuff on fucking Australia, because we got our own fucking problems, kids. But, yeah, it was really off on
So
this.
Trump is now making it against the law to burn the flag. Now, I'm going to listen to what was actually said here, and then we're going to talk about it.
Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision.
Yeah.
They called it freedom of speech. But there's another reason, which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You could do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others.
This is, I think, one of his top 10 most orange days, by the way.
New coat of paint.
He really got it on thick today.
The Cheeto dust.
Angry,
Top 5? It's a lot.
angry about them doing it. Do you want to discuss that?
Sure. So what the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning.
Yeah.
And then where there's evidence of criminal activity, where prosecution wouldn't fall afoul of the First Amendment, and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
Damn.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get,
Holy.
and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah, incitement is.
Incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record.
Pretty simple.
Your record.
And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town.
Oh, hell yeah. Especially the good old Confederate ones.
It's crazy what happens whenever that happens. This is the way I see it, okay? I think that if you burn your own flag on your own property, there's nothing wrong with it. I think that if you go out in public and you burn a flag, I mean, again, like, there were a bunch of hate speech and hate crime laws that got added in. And so, like, really, like, what's the difference between that and this?
Okay. I'm just going to let this go. I'm going to let this play a bit longer. And, actually, you know what? No. I'm surprised. He's very wrong on this. So, hate speech, does not count in the First Amendment for political speech. So all flag burning, doesn't matter what flag it is, if it's done safely and obeys fire safety laws and doesn't pose a threat to the surrounding area or people, is constitutionally protected under the First Amendment. So you can burn, if you have a fireproof container like a steel drum or steel barrel or metal trash can, you can light the USA flag with a lighter or match. You can't use gasoline or an accelerant like kerosene or any type of accelerant, gasoline, kerosene, alcohol, lighter fluid. But if you use a lighter and match and a fireproof container, you can burn the USA flag, you can burn the rainbow flag, you can burn a Palestinian flag, you can burn an Israeli flag. Any flag, doesn't matter what state, doesn't matter what city, could be the reddest of red or the bluest of blue. You're allowed to burn the flag as political speech as long as it You know, you can't throw it on the ground on grass and light it because that obviously will cause a fire, so that's not following fire safety laws. You can even get a permit ahead of time to safely light, do a controlled burn, which is very different from an uncontrolled fire setting. So that's it. And I'm surprised, you know, to be honest, a lot of Americans don't even know their own laws. So, Baldy, I'm sorry to say, he's wrong on this one, and this executive order is illegal. The 1989 and 1990 Supreme Court both affirmed that any political speech is protected. Doesn't matter what side you're on. So, that's it, you know. It's, you know, if rioters can always be arrested, but, you know, it's not accurate to say it always incites a riot. And even if it does, rioters are arrested by police. And what is called the heckler's veto is not allowed under US courts, whereby the threat of violence does not override the right to free expression. So, yeah. Baldy's wrong. Trump's wrong.
You burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail.
Yeah.
You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record. And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the statute and my...
Again, doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal, you can burn any flag, any state, any city, if it's done safely, in public or at home. All you have to do, fireproof container, no accelerant, you can light the flag, all good, all political speech, political protest.
Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town. They were gone. Never had a problem after that. It's pretty amazing. We stopped it. But this is something that's, I don't know, in a certain way, it's equally as important. Some people would say it's more important. Because the people in this country don't want to see our American flag burned and spit on.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, sometimes they do when they don't agree with what the government is doing. So they've burned the flag in Texas, they've burned the flag in California, and the courts have ruled that it's perfectly protected political speech as long as it's done by following fire safety laws and isn't done to threaten or intimidate another group of people. You're allowed to burn the flag. Okay?
What I think about this is, like, generally, if you're going and you're setting
Any flag, doesn't matter whether it's a conservative flag or a liberal flag. That's what free speech is.
shit on fire in a public place, that's already against the law to begin with, right?
That is not following a controlled burn or fire safety laws, Baldy. Big difference.
So, I mean, if you're going to make it a bigger crime to, like, burn the American flag, I don't really care that much about this. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But, like, whatever is going to get people to stop doing this, it's bad. That's bad enough. Yeah, exactly. Hell's hate speech is still free speech. Well, the thing is, like...
It ain't hate speech. So Texas versus Johnson and United States versus Eichmann cannot prohibit flag burning simply because it is offensive. You can burn the flag in public as long as you follow reasonable restrictions, fire and safety laws. Can't set a fire that endangers people or violates fire codes. E.g., can't let a flag on fire inside a crowded theatre because it poses a hazard. Lighting a flag in a trash can in the public park does not pose a fire hazard. Governments can impose content-neutral restrictions, requiring permits for open fires, restricting protests in certain high-security areas. That's a reasonable restriction. The flag must be your own and obtained legally. Burning someone else's, could be prosecuted as theft or vandalism. All of these reasonable restrictions. Burning the flag is protected. Doesn't matter which flag, again, can be the LGBT flag, Palestine flag, Israel flag, ACLU flag, whatever. Australian flag, European flag. The US Supreme Court has repeatedly said there is no hate speech exception to the First Amendment. Speech hateful, deeply offensive, and still be constitutionally protected. Asmongold, how do you not know your own country's laws? What is going on? What isn't protected are true threats, serious harm to an individual, incitement, urging imminent lawless action, or harassment or stalking. That does not cover the First Amendment and is not protected. Cross-burning is not punishable. Cross-burning is punishable, not because it's hate speech, but because it often is a threat of violence. So hate speech is allowed in the First Amendment. So as long as you burn the flag and don't create a fire hazard, you're all set. Light away. Use a metal container or barrel. Use a fireproof container. Steel drum, metal trash can. You can even obtain a local permit. Protesters do this in advance. And it strengthens their legal position if someone decides to challenge them. No flammable materials, no accelerants. You can even bring a fire extinguisher, water bucket, or sand. Again, don't use gasoline, lighter fluid, or burn the flag with other debris that could create a hazardous blaze. All good. All legal. Can do it on sidewalks and streets, outside government buildings, public plazas and squares. This has happened in the most liberal states, California, and the most conservative, e.g. Texas. Private property as well, as long as fire codes are followed. So, this is where lighting the flag would not be good and illegal, because you can't light it on dry vegetation, paper or cardboard, wood structures, because this will create a fucking fire, obviously, and is not following fire safety. Where has everyone's common sense gone? You can't just burn it on grass. You have to use a metal trash can or fire pit. Case closed.
Like, they should have thought of that. Like, they have hate crime laws, don't they? Like, this is effectively the same thing as a hate crime law.
Wrong. It's speech, buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy.
Arson, yes. Yeah, I mean, it's really just arson. It's First Amendment
Wrong.
violation.
I feel like the next 10 minutes is just going to be me saying, wrong.
You don't have a First Amendment right to light a fire in a public space.
If it's controlled, yes, you do.
Like, you don't. Like, that's not part of the First Amendment. It's not the right to start fires in a public space. Like, that's it. And that's what I'm not even talking about, right?
I don't know why I bother sometimes, to be honest.
And so, yeah, it's that simple. It's sedition. I mean, it's not even about that to me. It's
retard. Move on.
About the fact that they're doing it. Like, in my opinion, if you burn your own American flag on your own property, I don't see a single problem with that. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be totally real. I don't see a single issue, a single problem with it. But what I do have a problem with, what I do have an issue with, is people that do it in a public space. And if you want to make it a bigger crime for doing it to an American flag, I mean, I don't really care that much about this. Like, it's not really a big deal. Because, like, again, these are the same people that are trying to, like, make something a hate crime if you're doing it. It's effectively another version of a hate crime, right? Like, it is a...
Wrong.
You already, like, you don't go to jail for a hate crime. Like, you don't go to jail for hating somebody. Same as you don't go to jail for burning a flag. But if you beat the fuck out of somebody and you're also doing it for a racial reason, you go to jail longer, right?
That's not the same thing.
It's a multiplier. And I think this is the same thing.
Hell no to the no, no, no.
Yeah, LGBT flag burning is hate speech. Arrested for burnouts.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Retard. It is protected speech. As long as you're not threatening them directly, like, hey, if you salute this LGBT flag or you support it, I will kill you. That's not protected. That's violence. If you light the flag away from other people against the group you're against and do it in a fireproof container, protected. First Amendment.
It's a Rainbow Sideworks. Anyone remember those? Yeah, exactly. Nobody should be destroying the shit. Nobody should be doing this, period, right?
But
He's playing the game by their rules? Yeah, they made these rules. That's too bad.
people that are, in many cases, paid agitators. They're paid.
It's an act, not free speech. Yeah, obviously. It's so true. Of course. This is a conservative equivalence to Karen politics, crying because someone burned a flag. I understand that you think that, like, oh, well, if I use the words that they use against them, then they're gonna have to stop doing what they're doing that I disagree with. That doesn't work on a person like me, okay? Like, I'm not sure whether it would work on somebody else. I have no idea, but that's not the way that my brain works. No, if you do something, if you do something, expect for it to happen back to you. Expect it. That's it. But what about the other guy? Yeah, exactly. What, burning Quran? I feel the same way about it. Don't go burn the Bible. Don't go burn.
Yeah, you're allowed to. If it's done safely in a fireproof container and you're not threatening them saying, you know, I hate you, I'll kill you. If you just light it on fire in a steel can with no accelerant, you're allowed to burn the Quran, you're allowed to burn the Bible, you're allowed to burn your fucking sock. It doesn't matter.
Burn the Quran. Don't go burning anything like this in a public space. Like, again, it's effectively a hate crime. It's that
Nope. Wrong.
simple. Like, it has nothing to do with what you're burning, really, in public. No, the Quran shouldn't be burnt. No book should ever be burnt. I mean, I'm just saying in general.
By the radical left to do it. You talk to these people, they don't even know, half of them don't even know what they're doing. They say, I don't know, they gave me money to do this.
That is true. I've seen those.
I see the same things that you do. They're bad people. They're trying
Freedom
to...
of expression? You don't have the... Expression is not lighting a fire in a public space.
Sure it is, if it's controlled and doesn't pose any fire hazard.
Like, why would any... Why are so many people so dishonest? Why? What is this? Why are people so dishonest? Like, it's so just blatantly, obviously dishonest. Like, what are you doing?
Destroy a nation. That's not working, because I think our nation now is the most
It's
respected
already
nation
destroyed.
anywhere in the world, by far. You saw that with the European leaders
They're arguing for
on
attention.
Friday.
Yeah.
You saw that with NATO, where they agreed to go from 2% no pay to 5% fully paid up.
Who doesn't like the military-industrial complex getting a boost in military pay?
Yeah.
Trillions of dollars paid, where they respect your president to a level that they jokingly call me the president of Europe. They call me the president of
That's
Europe,
what they
which
call
is an
him,
honor. I like
the
Europe, and
president
I like
of
those
Europe.
people.
Not trying to argue, but flag burning was settled in 1990 Supreme Court case.
Ding.
Can you? I'm gonna do this right now. Can you accurately
Watch him ban
summarize
this guy.
my position on this issue? I want you to summarize my position on the issue. You don't think people should be burning flags in public spaces? Do you think people should be burning? Do you think that I think people should be burning anything in public spaces? Like, let's say instead
No, he doesn't.
of burning a flag, it's like burning a cross, or it's burning a tree, or it's burning a tire. Do you think that I think they should be able to do that too?
So, burning a cross is a threat and intimidation of violence. So, that does not count as any form of speech, including hate speech. So, false equivalency doesn't apply.
No, I'm only talking about the U.S. flag in terms of free speech. Okay, so...
Alright, this guy's getting banned. I can already see that.
So you know that I don't think that you should be able to light anything on fire. So why should you be able to uniquely light the American flag on fire in a public space?
Ain't the American just the American? It can be any flag.
But you can't light other things on fire. Do you think that like there's like a freedom of speech exception that you can't burn anything in public except for the American flag? It's like having an exception to kill people for free speech? Yeah, exactly. It's
my God.
Okay, this person responded. As far as the Supreme Court rules, I'm not going to go into a Denny's and light a flag on fire. Obviously, you'd want it in a safe spot.
That's basically true. Yes. We have an error.
I can't do this. I'm sorry, I can't
You
do
picked a bad day, dude. I mean...
Like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
That to me, that's crazy.
It's cray-cray.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
Good people, they're great leaders. And we've never had a case where 7 plus really 28, essentially 35.
Look at this. You know he always said he would drain the swamp? He looks like he emerged from a swamp, like in the Amazon or something, like a new orange toad species previously never discovered. He's got bags the size of my luggage.
38 countries were represented
It's
here the other
delusional,
day.
yeah.
38 European countries were represented. European and other countries were represented.
Others.
And it was a great meeting. But your country is respected again. I say it all the time. When you
I'm just going to say, your country is in the shits. Sorry. No one respects you anymore. Sorry to say it, but we're all laughing at you.
A year ago, our country was dead. Everybody said it. We had a dead country. We were not going to survive.
And now you're dead and on fire.
Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. So
Because it's literally burning from coast to coast.
it's an honor to be involved. And this
There it
group
is.
has
I'm
a
sure
lot
it
to do
is.
with it, right behind me.
Oh, got him.
Does anybody behind me have any?
Yeah, there it is, right? And it's calls people retarded. Yeah, I know. Chatter was right. You misunderstood him. No, I didn't misunderstand him at all.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, that's not. I didn't misunderstand him.
Yes, you did, buddy.
I'm
Sorry
gonna
to
pull
say.
this up.
Yep.
Supreme Court said so. So can you go
Sure
into a
did.
Denny's, like he said, and light an American flag on fire?
No, but you can in a public park or a sidewalk or outside a government building as long as it's in a fireproof container and doesn't pose any fire hazard and follows fire safety protocol and doesn't pose any risk to any persons nearby.
Like, I mean, this is categorical arson.
Wrong.
Like, how there's no logic to this at all.
Sure there is, you're just
I
unaware.
don't see how anybody can think like this even for a second. Denny's private
And
property.
you know, I like Asmongold, you know, he's right on a lot of things, but this one, he's just, I don't know, slipped and fell on his own bollocks or something, I don't know.
Chapter wasn't saying it's right. It's just saying Supreme Court ruled on it. Maybe it's time to revisit it. That's not what it says. Like, just because you can burn a flag whenever in your own property, like, you can't burn somebody else's flag and you can't start a fire in.
No, you can't burn someone else's flag, but if you buy a flag that someone else also has the same flag, So say someone else has, I don't know, a Mexican flag, and you yourself buy a Mexican flag, you're allowed to burn your Mexican flag, just not theirs, because that would be vandalism and theft.
In the middle of public. Like, this is a base rule. Like, there's not it's not like there's some kind of a fucking exception. Like, if you get 50 American flags together, you set all of them on fire in a public space, you made a fucking bond.
Yeah, if you create a big fire, then that obviously poses a very risk to safety. But if you get like 10 flags and light them in a steel barrel, that is fireproof. Perfectly legal, Baldy. You have to be able to delineate, nuance. Come on, I know you can critically think.
On fire, and they're going to arrest you.
Fire.
Fucking obviously. It's not about, like, you can't say, oh, it's freedom of speech.
Sure,
no,
it
it's
is.
not. You're lighting a massive...
Because you disagree politically with what your government or another government is doing. That's what the country's about.
...of fucking fire. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's the flag. It has everything to do with the fact that it's in a public space and you're starting a fucking fire. Like, I don't...
No, because you're trying to express your political speech with your supporters and get attention for your cause, as long as you're not threatening or trying to intimidate or trying to incite violence to another group. It's perfectly legal. And rioters can always be arrested. People who violent resistance to your political speech can always be arrested by the police. And what's called a heckler's veto, courts do not allow. So a heckler threatening violence because they don't like your speech, heckler's veto, the courts don't allow that.
I don't understand how anybody can think this isn't normal. Like, this is crazy. We have a tremendous problem right now with people that are liars. People that are liars that will manipulate a conversation, mislead you, and then basically lie directly to you.
No. We're just having a discussion here. There's no need to get personal.
You and engage in this blatantly dishonest behavior for no reason. And again, the goalpost moving. Yeah, it's such a simple, obvious. Even offensive speech for everyone in protest is protected unless it clears imminent. Unless it incites imminent violence or creates a clear danger to public safety.
That's
when
correct.
is starting a fire in a public space not a danger to public safety?
If it's done in a fireproof container, no accelerant, gasoline, kerosene, alcohol, lighter fluid is used, in a metal trash can, it's a small fire, it's not a big wildfire, holy fuck fire, just a little small fire with a flag burning, controlled, have a fire extinguisher nearby even, perfectly legal.
Like, I mean, I guess maybe starting a barbecue at a barbecue pit in like a...
Again, barbecues, barbecue pits, open fires, flame grilling, all have to follow fire safety codes.
Public park, maybe that's not it. Like, what are we doing? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with some people. Like, people are just so dishonest and so delusional. It is unreal.
You just need to take a chill pill. Just take a deep breath. Do a little more reading. You'll be okay.
Chatter's being intentionally obtuse? Of course. W ban? Absolutely. Why ban?
L ban.
Because I think
time.
that we have a huge problem right now with people that are intentionally dishonest.
Very weird to see him so off on such an obvious thing. Very strange. He's normally on the money when it comes to clearly obvious stuff, but yeah.
They will peddle lies, they will misunderstand things on purpose, and then they will act like they're right. It's fucking annoying. It's extremely fucking annoying dealing with people that are just fucking liars. They are dishonest, illogical.
How is that last guy lying? How is he lying?
Like bad faith liars.
That's what the Supreme Court said, dude. There's no lie there.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, that's why I don't want to deal with that at all.
I honestly can't be fucking bothered. I mean, I'm fucking down under. We've got our own fucking problems, Lord knows. I can't deal with this retarded fucking American horse shit that's going on every fucking day that I have to look at on our stupid fucking news. I mean, I've only got about 5 more minutes left in me.
Should it not be allowed to burn holy books in public spaces either? No, because you're starting a fucking fire in a public space. That's the problem. Like, you don't even as I said, if I ever get into a position of power of anything, I'm going to take away as many people's right to vote as possible. I will do it. This is, in my opinion, the biggest threat to democracy is democracy. I have to get rid of them.
I think that's what Lincoln and Washington said.
I have to stop it. If it's the last thing I do. That's the biggest issue. We got to get rid of these people.
Oh,
so,
Jesus.
Trump.
This sums it up brilliantly. This dude was brilliant.
Thank you. I'm sick of this shit, man. It's ridiculous. Our emotions are running wild and our mind has stopped, man. The flag burning thing. Oh, God, did that bring up some fucking retarded emotions? The flag! The flag! We can burn the flag! They didn't say that. They said if a guy burns the flag, he perhaps doesn't need to go to jail for a fucking year. Pretty harsh on their part, isn't it? People are going, hey, buddy, let me tell you something. My daddy died for that flag. Really? I bought mine. You know, they sell them at Kmart and shit. Yeah, $3. He died in the Korean War for that flag. What a coincidence. Mine was made in Korea. Didn't die for a fucking flag. It's a piece of cloth. He died for what the flag represents, which is the freedom to burn the fucking flag. And as my friend Jimmy Pineapple would say, case fucking closed.
Still very relevant. Gee, he was great. Timeless.